Hello, Killer Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem. Yeah, Binding Blade with me, Blue Ankylo. Yeah, it's me. So we're trying to get by these Killer Ballista, which I don't know their exact critical chance, and it doesn't tell me here because that's their steel bow. I wish I knew, but we haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, we're gonna try to use Shin to kill this guy so we can sort of speed through here a little bit faster. On the left side, though, we might have to just burn through the 5 shots on Chlorine, for instance. Otherwise, you know, this is chapter 20, Silver Wolf. We've made a few turns, killed some enemies. We recruited Dayan, and Nim joined up, which was fine. Killed one of the center sages with a long-range longbow. That was nice. Yeah, we're doing our best. I wish Dayan also had a longbow. Actually, this crossbow can't be hit like that. We'd have to use warp. Anyway, I'm gonna move Chlorine up a bit. She could carry someone and drop them on the other side, but I think it's just kind of a waste of time. Let's go torch spell so she can see. And there's nothing really over here, so it's kind of a straight rush to the boss on this side. But this guy's got 2 more shots, so we probably want to let them go on someone that's not going to die. Now, it might... Like, I've been going with 30 crit avoid, has kind of been my target. Lalum actually could probably survive as well. Especially if Geese was nearby, without being, probably without being critical hit. But I'm not going to risk it. And other than that, who are you carrying? Shanna? Actually, you're supposed to be making friends with Lalum anyway, so that's good. And Dayan is probably not going to do too much more. And that's everything. Okay, let's get to the end of this chapter. I know I brought the warp staff, and I was kind of planning on trying to use it to sneak some units over into the corners to kill these mages and archers, but looks like my math checked out. I still never really 100%. Like, I think Loof only has minus 25% crit rate, enemy crit, so, you know, I'm not 100%. But hopefully this will do it. That'll be just enough damage if we don't miss. I sure hope we don't miss. Alright, we're all good. So the right side is opened. Excellent. Let's get Chad up there and start looting. I'd like to kill this guy because he's kind of annoyed me for a while with all the berserk and stuff. So let's move... Let's see. 33 damage minus 11 resistance. So we'll need to do a double attack. We'll go with the fully charged flux. I guess, I keep forgetting, but Ray and Chad are supposed to be making friends too here. That's fine, don't worry about it. Alright, so yeah, when I split my team up on this map, I didn't really do it super cautiously. I could have done it sort of smarter. I think on this side, we'll just wait one more turn, and then we'll make our run. We're probably not going to be able to kill this guy unless he moves, like, to this little hallway there. Alright, and that should be the last Killer Ballista bolt we need to worry about. Alright, he took the bait. Managed to get a hit in. Lucky mage. So lucky. Ray is definitely the new Canas, and he might even be stronger than Canas, honestly. Canas was good, but he didn't really get the greatest stats in that last Let's Play. So it's nice to see Ray, like, as a shaman that has, like, he could be faster, don't get me wrong. And I think he's supposed to have good speed growth. He's just not getting quite as much as old Luffy. I mean, he's only 3 behind, but it'd be nice if he could get a little bit more before too long. Support? I don't think he's supposed to be friends with Luffy, is he? No. I know they can be, but Ray is supposed to be friends with Chad. Although we need to be smart here before I run in there. So, we want to watch out for the Swordmaster with the Wodo. That's ridiculously strong. 30% base plus 40% crit puts him over, like, that's sickeningly dangerous. So be very careful with that. This guy also has a killing edge, so what we need is to kill him at range. So that we're out of range of this guy, that's all. And maybe if we follow that up with Luffy. Luffy can kill him on his own, so that's fine. Luffy is, maybe MVP mage? Possibly. Is he the best mage? Most valuable mage MVM? He might be. Being able to double attack Myrmidons, definitely a good skill. Alright, so we're out of range of Dude, the dangerous dude. Let's, okay, there's also this guy up here, Longbow, so he can shoot across. Technically, Shin could fight him if I want. We're gonna let Canas hang out with Chad a little bit, because I never let him I never let them hang out anymore. Okay, this side is good. This side should be fine to move up. I don't see any other enemies. Start working on the wall here. Okay, there's an archer with a longbow. We're not going to be able to do anything about that. Alright, let's move people past the deadly ballista. And we will need Ray to seize the throne. I don't think we need these two to do anything, so we can forget about them. Okay. Well, this night might not be the longest chapter in all history, but it shouldn't take us too much longer to finish this up. Anybody? Yeah, okay, we have a couple mages we might be able to lure over. Hellfire, Air Caliber. Oh, this guy's got a javelin, but 19 damage, relatively low hit rate. I think we can put Clarine like up here. We can lure one mage, but not both, and one of the knights. Is that safe? Is that going to be safe for her? The mage will probably do no damage or very little. The armored knight would be maybe -4, so that's 19 minus 6 damage, so 13 damage there. The mage will probably do very little, 23, like barely any damage. Yeah, that's fine. And let's make sure she's got fire. Yeah, she's got enough fire tomes. Okay. So I don't want to put... I was thinking Percival can attack that wall, but let's not do that. Well, not from melee anyway. Just trying to do things the safe way here. And this guy did not take the bait last turn. So now we've got the opportunity to destroy him. Hopefully. 2 mages in range, archer in range. Could throw an axe at him. What kind of stats has he got? Not amazing, but pretty solid. Let's see what it looks like. Not going to be doubling this time. That's 24 damage. That brings him down to 15. And if we bring in light magic, as long as she doesn't miss, but then we've got Shin on like Overwatch. He would definitely finish this guy. In fact, Shin can probably kill him on his own if he wanted, so yeah. Wait, that was not a double attack. I didn't math. The numbers still work out if we hit. We're fine. Good. So that's another really dangerous unit, honestly. Like, the Wodo there could have really hurt. So I'd like to kill this guy. I'm willing to use some longbow to kill him. Bring it on, sucker. You want to challenge Shin to an archery contest? Make my day. Shanna Rutger. For now, we're gonna let Ray hang out with Chad. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of his random loot because he can't carry 6 chests on his own, or 6 items on his own. Actually, might be nice to have Diane to carry stuff too, honestly. Any reinforcements, you know? Okay, so on the plus side, Clarine is so dodgy now that boring old slow armored knights can't even hit her. Keep that in mind when you're trying to do the math. I think I could do the math if I looked at her avoid stat. I didn't bother, but we can figure that out next time if you want. Alright, he took the bait, but this is not a good matchup for him. Shin is perhaps the strongest Fire Emblem archer I've had ever. No. The kid in Fire Emblem Fates, the prince, the boy, I forget, in the Hoshido Path. I forget his name, but he starts with a legendary bow. You can't compete with the kid that has an infinite use in super legendary bow to start. Shin's probably the best statistical archer. He just doesn't get an infinite super bow like certain other spoiled brats get. Oh, we don't really need that thing, but not anymore. So if you hadn't bought one of those, we can trade it just because we can drop the flux easily. But yeah, there you go. Can we lure? Might as well lure this guy over too. Yeah, that's Deke's job. And then Rutger for sports. Loof and Ellen, still working at it. Still working it out, that is. Shin doesn't have any friends today. Actually, we could have attacked, but that's fine, don't worry about it. Right, you're heading up. This side. Wall is mostly broken. We've got another mage. I mean, Clarine looks like she's got things covered against this guy. Could have moved her to the bottom tile, which would have drawn in the other mage, and she probably would have counter-killed this guy as well. Min-maxing. Who do you think I am? What? What? Here I was recently saying Clarine has such good stats. She gets a no point level up. Alright, wall gone. Boss, we're coming for you, Roartz. Tired of messing around. Percival is here to persecute you. I know, that's probably terrible. After a 0 stat level up, again, the curse of the promotion levels have just been too much for me to bear, and Blue has cracked under the pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can throwing axe him. In some Fire Emblem games, there is advanced throwing axes. Instead of hand axes, there's tomahawks, which do more damage significantly. Sort of, I think they're B rank or C rank at least. Oh, it's an axe reaver. Huh. It's not great for geese, but... What do you think? Is that's going to be a problem? You think Geese cares about your axe reaver? He doesn't care. You're now dead. It's not even worth any experience. You're supposed to attack Deke. You're not cooperating. Now you're dead. Perfect. Alright. So now for the boss. So we've got Roartz. He's got a spear. That's the advanced javelin. There you go. Pretty good defense. Speed. For a general, like... If I had a general with stats like that, I probably wouldn't complain too much. Pretty good resistance for a general. Yeah, if I had a general, that would be pretty good. But, I have a feeling... I just have a feeling that, like, maybe against someone with magic, he might not have a very good day. And, like, Geese with a killer axe could probably kill him. You know what I didn't think to bring, but a hammer would also be very, very useful here. Throw a hammer on Geese, and he'd probably crush this guy. I forgot we even have armor bosses in this game. Oh, look at that! Magical resistance. So he's supposed to have 11 resistance, but he just gets +5 magically. It's kind of typical. Gotta say, if I was a betting man, I would not be betting on Roartz. I know you've got some cool armor and all, but like... Oh, you lived! You're a lucky man. I was just about to say, good night, farewell, sweet prince, but, good night, farewell, sweet prince. Clarine can finish this. Clarine? An 83% chance you missed. Good night, farewell, sweet prince, I said. 40%. It's not great, but the boss is not going to kill Percival like this. And maybe Percival kills him. Alright, we got him. Good job, Percy. That's really the wrong way. We don't want to serve you. Like, you should have just surrendered or something. Told us something useful. So that's 2 level ups for Percival with 1 stat each. He's supposed to have good growths. Have I been lied to? Has the video game world lied to Old Blue? The video game guides? Alright, now I actually, like, need to wait a couple turns to get all the loot here. This one's next. That's good. That's defense, right? Yeah. You don't need a sword anymore. Alright, well... we could have ended this chapter on this turn. So we were fast enough to get here by turn 12, because I could dance up. I could dance off. But instead, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. sleep, it's not really worth it. I guess, if I'd let... Oh. That's kind of annoying. If I'd let, Chad open the door and move, what's her face? Lalum over, maybe this would have gone a little bit faster, but I'm not sure about it. Axe Reaver! We might not have had one of those. We might have had one, I don't know. You gonna open this door? You're welcome to open that door if you want. We could steal his lockpick or something, you know. Oh yeah, the boss had a gem we could have stolen. You know, whatever, it's fine. It would have taken too long. That's not even very valuable. We can just buy those. Alright, your time's up. Anybody wanna... Yeah, Ellen, you wanna practice. Good start, I mean. Anyone else need, like, experience or anything? Deke's about to get a level up. Make sure he hits. Alright, and that'll do for this chapter. I know this is gonna be a short episode, but I should have I should have split this chapter a little bit earlier. I postponed it too long. You know what? I will take strength and skill on Deke. We've had so many terrible level ups, I'm not gonna complain about that one. If I can get at least 2 useful stats that aren't garbage, I'm not gonna complain. So that's basically the end of Sakai. Except for the Gaiden chapter, which hopefully we access in the nearby ruins, yeah. So, just to let you know, if you went the Ilia route with Pegasus, you would get a magic spear instead of a magic bow. But don't worry, whichever route you don't take, you will still get that weapon later for plot. But, you do need to unlock this bonus mission to get this bow, or on the Ilia route, the spear. That requires all the Pegasus Knights to be alive, and I realized that by taking this route, I can never show you the Pegasus Knight tri-attack, because we don't actually get the 3rd Pegasus Knight on this route. You only get the 3rd Nomad. So, unfortunately, I can't show that off at all. It's kind of cool, but, you know. Not that, Shin needs any more legendary weapons, or any better weapons, but let's pick him up something awesome, right? That sounds fun. Alright, folks. Short episode today, but hopefully still enjoyable. I will see you next time for Chapter 20X, and try to find a special bow. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Hey folks, just wanted to chip on one little last detail, because I know this video was a little bit short. I looked up, after the episode, exactly what the stats were on those killer ballista, because they seemed to confuse me quite a lot on the last chapter there. So in case you're wondering, a killer ballista has a 10% crit rate, 3 to 10 range, like all ballista, 20 weight, which basically negates, because no archer has that kind of con, almost all of their skill and speed, and a 65% hit rate and 12 base damage. So the reason it was able to do quite a lot of damage was late game archers and snipers do have reasonably good strength, say 10 or 12, so its base damage is going to be in the 20s. Its hit rate is pretty terrible because it weighs so much, and 65% base accuracy is about as good as a steel lance or something like that. It's not very high, that's pretty low. So that's pretty bad. And then the critical rate, I expected a killer weapon like a ballista to be the same as killer edge, killing lance, killing axe. Instead it was only 10%. So it turns out, yes, those killer ballista on the last map would still be quite dangerous for your flyers, if you brought the wyverns or anyone without a Delphi shield basically. But it actually doesn't take too much luck or support bonuses to negate the crit chance. So basically anyone with, like, I would say 10 to 15 luck or a couple ranks of support that give crit defense should be safe to move through those corridors. I was more worried about them than I needed to be. But I didn't know the stats. I figured it would be 30% like other stuff. So anyway, there you go. That's just a little amendment there to that chapter. So if we see them again, don't worry about the killer ballista too much. they're inaccurate and easily countered by a little bit of luck and support. Alright folks, thanks for watching again, as I said before, and I will see you for Chapter 21 next time.